back to a little bit of this, a little bit of this. Good, welcome back to part 2 of this live video. I had started this earlier, and I thought I was doing good, but some people just came in to do some work on the house, so that caused me to have to go live a little bit later. So now we're back. So as I was stating in the last live video, April came in and it left quick, okay? We're in the last Tuesday of April. Today is April 29th, okay? March seemed like it took a little bit longer than, April, but, you know how spring is. Once spring, then sprung, then it's time for summer. Oh, hey. Okay, so my birthday is on Friday. Shout out to all the Taurus, all the bulls out there, okay? May 2nd. I don't want a lot, for my birthday this year. Last year I spent my birthday alone. I had made some type of negative connotation around my birthday, like something always, negative happens. And I had to really just change my perspective on life and look at different outcomes in a different light to know that, some things are just not that serious, and I'll be able to get through them. And, every action doesn't deserve a reaction. So this year I would love to be around people that I love and do things that I love. I've seen a lot of people talking about the movie Sinners, and quiet as it kept, when people do a lot of talking about something, that makes me run in the other direction. When a lot of people want to do something, I want to go do something else, so I didn't even know that the movie been out more than about 2 weeks now, so I guess I want to go see it this weekend. Simply, I want to go get my nails done, my feet done. I want to go to the movies, and I want to have a nice ramen dinner. It could be a Korean bar, but I might say that like for the weekend, because I don't think I really ever. I mean, I've been to hibachi, but like I want to go to like the real authentic Korean bar where you cook your own beef or whatever. But for like simply on Friday, I just want the ramen dinner, okay? Like the miso ramen, oh my gosh, and I want it spicy. I want some fried chicken. I want it all, bitch. I'm just gonna be there ordering, because it's my birthday, period. I'm gonna be drunk, okay? Y'all, I'm about to be, well, technically, I don't know how you celebrate your birthday, but some people consider it to start a new year for them. Some people consider it you finish the age that you're about to turn. So I'm about to turn 25. So they say, you're finishing the age 25, so technically you're really 26. But I'm finishing the age 24, and I remember the days when I was in college, and I talked about seeing the age 25. And it's just like, all this work I've been doing, and all this time, it's just really crazy. It's really crazy when you're growing up, and you're like, dang, I'm 25. That's 5 years from 30. But yeah, I also want to say, I've been seeing y'all work on y'all business. I've been seeing y'all put out your products, your services. I've been seeing your infomercials. I've been seeing your plugins. I've been seeing your cold emails. I've been seeing you. And I just want to say, don't give up. I know we are in some of the hardest times in the world. And it's just like, why did y'all wait till I became an adult to do this? Why did y'all wait till I became an adult to elect somebody like this to come in here? Let me tell you something. They is trying to get rid of the LGBTQIA+, girl. They trying to eradicate it. Okay? Girl, it's not going to happen. They said the birth rate going down because there's too many LGBTQIA+ people. Even if you made it all illegal or you arrested them, that's still not making them have babies. Like, I don't know. Like, you can't force them to have sex with the opposite gender. Like, I don't. It's some spooky times we living in. Spooky. Child, and then, they talking about student loans now garnishing your check. And I'm just like, they not increasing no wages. At least in Georgia, they didn't increase no minimum wage or nothing. You just want to take everything. That people just going to be homeless. You know what? It's going to be, I don't know. They're going to keep taxing and keep raising the prices till people start stealing. And everybody gonna have to sell everything for the low. They're gonna have to sell everything for the low because everything's so high. But I also want to say, who watched Cowboy Carter? The tour last night. Did you watch it on live? Did you go in Los Angeles? Are you planning to go? Do you want to talk about any spoilers? I'm not gonna talk about it too much over here because I have my own reaction page over there, so we're gonna really dive in deep over there. But I want to say Beyonce is just like one of the most inspiring people. Not even just artists and music, just like businesswoman, just all around. I just can't believe it. Like, are you going? I can't lie. After I seen that show last night, I feel like I do want to go. I just want to experience it. But I'm not spending no more than $100 to go. You know, I had spent $500 to go to the Renaissance. But some of it did look a little boring. But, you know, a lot of it did look good. So, but I feel like it's an experience. And I also feel like we watching it incomplete. You get what I'm saying? Because it's a trilogy. So I feel like a lot of stuff that we're not getting because we're watching it out of order. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like I can't wait till we see Rock 3. I can't wait till we see Act 3 and we really get to see like what direction and what all these visuals and stuff mean, because this is crazy. Yeah. I was about to go into some teaser stuff that I've seen. Okay, let's talk about an update at work, because I know either last week or the week before, I was telling y'all about this transfer that I was trying to do at work. Girl, it still ain't happened. And I just want to say this, because I was trying to get a car. I'm doing my best, okay? You know, it's really hard nowadays not to have a job, okay? And I want to be able to make hard decisions and be like, you know what? I'm not taking this. I'm going to quit this job and go to another job because they treat me unfair. But I don't want to go to another job just to get the same experience or worse. I feel like in the field that I'm in, I feel like it's kind of the same thing. Like, if you're just a regular security officer, then you don't matter. Like, you just a body, you know? So I just wish companies treated their employees better. Like, they act like they don't need you as much as you need them, you know? And it's unfortunate. So this is what I want to do. And this is just advice, take it or don't. You have to set a goal for yourself or a limit that you're willing to work with whatever situation that you're in. And then when you realize something that's not working for you, then you need to hightail it up out of there, because just keep staying there. And I've learned this lesson the hard way over and over again. Keep staying somewhere where somebody it don't even matter if they don't care about you or whatever your status is. It's about you personally and your personal growth and understanding that you deserve more no matter where else you go. If you have faith in the Creator, which is God for me, if you have faith in God, nobody can stop you. He'll be able to bless whatever situation you're in and be able to maximize that 10 times that whatever you got going on. You have to just stop being afraid. And that's my thing. Like, I was so afraid to leap out on faith or just quit, like I said, because we're in one of the hardest times economically. And they say lead by faith, not by sight. And that's my battle that I'm having, you know? Because something got to pay for this business. Okay? But yeah, so I gave myself a time limit about where I think I should be, you know, at 25, and things that I should be doing and things that I should be owning. And I have a goal by 30 about what I should be having, things I should be owning. But I don't make that my religion, you know, because I know that God is at the front of my life and He controls everything. So I kind of just put, you know, out there into the universe what I would like to happen. And I do my work, I do my service, and I let God do the rest, you know. I realize that some things take longer, you know, but you have to stay in that process. So I was watching a lot of podcasts to where, you know, people say you face hardships. That was like with any breakthrough or any like transformation. This is from Myron Golden, and this is not verbatim, but he was like, with any transformation comes distraction or adversity. And I find that so true. Every time I got ready to level up, especially like how I can communicate now, like I wasn't always this comfortable, you know, to be able to talk to the screen and then be able to post this later. You get what I'm saying? Like, that took a lot of practice, and that's just like talking to y'all in March, February, and you know, also April. it helps me be able to talk to the screen. Now, when people finally be able to join my live, because I know a lot of people watch this on the playback, and I appreciate you for being here. I love you. I will have to practice, actually being in front of people when it's actually live, right? Okay, so like I said, transformation brings adversity or some type of difficulty because it's bringing you out your comfort zone. And he was saying that, God is preparing you and bringing that blessing to you in that hard moment. So like I was telling y'all, like I stay with my parents, I've been trying to get a car, all these things, and I can't because, and why I say that, I didn't have my brand deal and all these, and all 3,700 followers, on YouTube, and all these whatever accolades right now, because I didn't write them all down, all these YouTube channels and Patreons and developing my brand, all this I didn't have all that stuff when I had my apartment and my 2 jobs and all that kind of stuff. I didn't have none of that. It took time to build that. I didn't have the skill set, to communicate or, think about writing these books down in the notes, all this kind of thing. It took time, all in all is what I'm saying. It took time, and I'm in a process. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I kept trying to go against the grain, kept trying to go against the grain, kept trying to go against the grain, especially in the end process of me moving out my apartment. I kept trying to stay. And I wasn't realizing God was trying to tell me, in my opinion, God was trying to tell me that I need to come back home, stay grounded, brush up on my skills before it's time for the next, transformation. And it's things like being at my job where I feel like I don't have no promotion, or I've been asking for a transfer and I haven't been transferred, that I feel like nothing's going on in this moment, or I keep trying to push against the grain and not being okay with the process. You get what I'm saying? So I keep in the back of my mind that my father tells me, well, he told me that, I want things to happen too fast. And it's just like, when I talk to so many people, especially when I get in my Lyft rides, who seem to be older, even 28, they were like, oh, to be 25, I miss that sweet tender age, and and they're like, they were so carefree with their time. And I'm like, I'm not that way. You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I'm much more calculated with my time, much more trying to determine my future, knowing what my goal and my path is, knowing what my mission is. So it's like I never feel like what I'm doing is enough, or feel like what I currently am is what I want to be. So I'm constantly striving for more, and people are just like, you have so much time. And I'm just thinking, like, I'm 25, like 30 will be here in a minute, and then 35, like that's kids, house, relationship. Like, I don't know how, it blows my mind, because it's like, how do you even, it's so much with that, because it's like, how do you even get together with somebody and you're not financially sound, stable, I just don't believe in trying to bring mess together. Like, I understand that in some cases it works, y'all rub off each other or whatever, and y'all push each other to do better, and maybe I just have to experience that. But I just really am working hard towards a better future. You get what I'm saying? And I just have to be okay with the process, and I ain't got no choice but to be okay with the process. And that moves me on to saying, is dating a test, or should I be dating right now? And people say, you ain't got no car, you ain't got no apartment, you ain't got this, you ain't got that. I know men who getting vagina for less. Okay, I know several men getting vagina and playing multiple women with less. Okay, walking around dick to jeans. Okay. Ass to jeans. Okay, no drawers, no socks. Okay. So I don't know, because when I was reading RuPaul's book, it was while he was on the come up, he was in a band and he had all these things going on, and he had romantic relationships. They didn't work out, but he had romantic relationships while he was on the the process, and that's what makes me think sometimes. It's like, why do I keep avoiding, relationships? Do I feel like relationships are a distraction? Yes. Am I afraid of rejection? Kinda. But Not really, you know, like, and I'm not into like the hookup culture, so it's just like, I don't know, I can't get with it. I'd rather just chase my dreams. You get what I'm saying? And I wouldn't mind, you know, dating in the process, but I don't even know what that looks like, you know? And I said this in one of my personal pages on Instagram, Shamar Relationship with Self. I feel like I have to not necessarily have it all together, but at least like 60%. You know, I consider myself more masculine, and I date men, you know. I don't want to argue about finances. I don't want to argue about foundations, all that kind of stuff. I want to be peaceful. I don't want to have to worry about what I'm purchasing and all this kind of stuff. I just want to create a strong foundation for me and my family and my organizations. That's what I want. And I don't think that's much to ask, and I think I'm putting in the work now to be able to do those things. Okay, the month of May has a bunch of surprises. Stay tuned for those launches. I can't wait to show y'all what I've been working on. You know, I want to talk about it, but, you know, you'll be able to see. One of the people who are so influential to me is T.S. Madison, and if you ever watch some of her videos on YouTube, like she has, and it's not even T.S. Madison, you might even see it on some of your favorite podcasters thing, where they have like, and this is the only thing I'm gonna tell y'all, they have like infomercials that runs in the beginning, or you can even call it promo, that runs in the beginning of their videos, and that's something that's inspired me for a long time, and I still need to professionally like record it. So that's something that I've been working on to do all my services and things. Like I said, you know, you have to organize your message, your meaning, everything that you stand for, and package it together so you can be able to sell it, you know, all in all. Also, stay tuned for a reel today. Also, make sure that you view my story and like it, you know, all those things. Let's talk about, I think I already talked about student loans, but they're garnishing wages. Make sure that you call the Department of Education. I believe it's the Department of Education, right? Or you can go, for me, look, listen, I don't know about you, but they be sending them letters in the mail, you know, about, you know, your student loans and Department of Education, all that kind of stuff. And they be trying to tell y'all to get in that payment plan to pay it in, or get them out of default. You need to do this before April 30th. You need to make sure you call down there and tell them that you ain't got no money. You ain't got no money to pay nothing. You ain't got no money. You ain't got no money. You need the lowest amount, you know, to pay a month, okay? I done it. Make sure you do it. Okay? Oh, how has it been using ChatGPT and other AI tools? Okay, so I've been watching podcasts where people have been talking about using AI tools. Now, the only one that I can remember the name of is ChatGPT, but it's also another one that like records your voice and your likeness and all this kind of stuff that's really advanced. I'll drop it down on the timeline. But let's just talk about ChatGPT because that's the one that I really have been implementing. So basically, you go on ChatGPT, even in the free version, you can just ask, let's just say, my name is Shamar Miles, and I like flowers, and I like chocolate, and I like this. I'm 26 years old, and I'm trying to appeal to, let's just say 30 to 45 years old, and I sell frozen chocolate, strawberries, and the appeal is women. You can have all that specific down in ChatGPT, and it will create a brand. Everything that I have been, maybe I shouldn't say this, but I mean, well, I'll say this. You can copy everything down and, like I just said, and put that in ChatGPT and make your sales or whatever, but just having AI do something for you is not the same thing as having a skill. You're just copying it. You know what I'm saying? You don't have the skill. You're just copying and pasting. And that's the issue with AI nowadays. That you're not actually absorbing the information. You're just getting a quick fix and then, you know, putting it down. You're not actually absorbing the information and implementing it. You're just applying it, you know, to whatever source. So, like I said, you can get down to your niche and have the AI tool, you know, figure out whatever your issue is and try all those things. But until you implement it, until you have reps in your game and whatever you're selling, in that case, that chocolate, it's not gonna work. Sorry. Okay, now I want to go over the books I've been reading. So I've been reading these books for a minute, okay? And that sometimes they was overdue because I had like 6 or 7 books. I had to take some of them books back. I had to get real with myself. Like, reading all these now, some people like read a lot, but between my schedule, my content schedule, and my work schedule, like I can only read so much. You get what I'm saying? And enjoy myself, you know. So I have been reading Charmaine's The Black Privilege. It's really good. I think I'm like on principle 5 in the book. I don't remember how many principles are in the book. I'm almost done with it. And I've been reading Viola Davis, Finding Me. I'm like on the first chapter of that book, but I try not to read too much because I don't want to overload my brain with information, because I also be reading, also watching podcasts and also reading the content schedule book and also reading how to write an ebook, you know. So I don't know. I'm a big sponge. No SpongeBob, okay? I want to know everything. My brain. I don't know. I said this the other day when I was on X, like / Twitter. I was smoking, you know, after service, and I was listening to gospel with my friend. And while we were smoking or whatever, I was lit. And I'm like, can you hear like the art form of gospel, like the inflection in your voice, or just the effect that they have in a black community, and or you know, like the vibrato that they use, like it's more of a slow vibrato than fast vibrato. So, but they said I'm doing too much, and what's the chat test game? Welcome back to. I also be reading. Also watching podcasts and also reading the content schedule book and also reading how to write an ebook. You know, so I don't know. I'm a big sponge. No SpongeBob, okay? I want to know everything. My brain. I don't know. I said this the other day when I was on X, like / Twitter. I was smoking, you know, after service, and I was listening to gospel with my read RuPaul, like even like the effects that gospel or religion has on the black community. Like that's the type of conversation I be wanting to have, and I get tired of being around people that don't be wanting to have deep conversations. And I understand that not every moment or every waking second calls for a deep conversation, but I feel like I'm not a one layered person. Like I feel like I'm multi-layered, so I'm gonna want to talk about multiple things. I'm not gonna always want to just sit there and smoke and be a zombie. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. But yeah, so those are the books I'm reading. I be want to talk about books and stuff that I'm reading too. Okay. Oh, so to actually add to Charlamagne and Viola Davis, I actually want to read The Matriarch by Tina Knowles. It's $25 on Amazon. So I think I might buy myself that for my birthday, because I don't know. I really have a thing for like reading books or autobiographies, you know, or I think autobiographies or self novels. I don't know what else the other names for those are called. But I want to write so I'm talking too fast. Some books that I want to read after I finish Viola Davis and Charlamagne the God. I want to read The Matriarch by Tina Knowles. I want to read one of the creator writer Stewart's books. I want to read T.S. Madison book, but I wasn't able to find it on Amazon. I finished some books that I read already. I read Boss Man Moves by Myron Golden, Trash Man and Cash Man. I read RuPaul novel, and then I'm about to finish Charlamagne the God and Viola Davis. I want to read somebody. I think I seen Maya Angelou at the library as well, but it's gonna take a lot of time, and that's my thing, like time management. I be wanting to do so much. Time is ticking. And to close out, have y'all been doing y'all 60 minutes a day? Have y'all been doing y'all 60 minutes a day towards a better future? I've been seeing some of y'all do it. So I know some people are doing it. And even if you're not, let me tell you something. If you are, you're going to see the results. If you're not, you're going to see the results of not doing it. Okay? So it's simple. If you do it, you're going to see the results. If you don't do it, you're going to see the results of doing nothing. Okay? I'm going to tell you some of my accolades that I realized by doing my 60 minutes a day to a better future. I just crossed 3,700 on YouTube with my reaction channel / dance channel on YouTube. And 1205 on TikTok. I got 10 subscribers on my gaming / anime channel, which had been at 9 for the longest. And I got, I think, 50 on TikTok. I got 14 subs on my coaching / lifestyle channel on YouTube. And I haven't been able to get back into that page on TikTok. So I just have 14 subs on YouTube. Also, on my reaction page on TikTok, I have, I think, like 125 on Ghetto Therapy Works. So I have some things, and I have an audience, and I have, things growing, brands looking. So you can be just like me. All you have to do is put the time in, okay? I know life be working, be smacking, be lifing, okay? But you have to put the 60 minutes in a day. If I'm telling you, I'm letting y'all know my experiences about my 9 to 5, about, my business, about my financial quarrels, and even I still want to go see Beyonce, and I'm sitting here need a helping hand. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. We're only human, some of us. But, we're only human, and all we can do is spread love, work, and spread knowledge, and live the best we can with the towel, or with the life that we were dealt. Some of us want to achieve more, and we will. Some people want a steady life, and they will have a steady life. Some people want to be poor. Some people, well, I don't know who want to be poor, but they had a mindset to be poor forever and don't want no more, or don't want to grow. It's okay. Know your place and act accordingly. If nobody has told you that they love you all day, all week, all month, all year, I want to tell you, Shantastic Gang, that I love you from the bottom of my heart, and I appreciate you for being here, for taking time out your day to just listen to my voice and manifest our future, and put our 60 minutes towards a better future a day. 60 minutes a day towards a better future. Like I said, I have some new things coming on into May that I've been working hard on, from my reaction channel, from my dance channel, for this coaching channel, and I can't wait to share them with you. Okay? I will see y'all in May. And April is out of here, so am I. So get prepared, because my foot is on the gas, and I can't wait to show you some more. We're going to be doing a lot more reading, a lot more topics from books, because this month was really about lifing and maintaining and showing the other side of content creation, and the content creator side, the more human side, because I don't want to seem like everything is so perfect over here with me and I'm so robotic and I always show up, so let's talk about this, or let's pen and paper. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it is a human side to being a content creator and navigating this life as someone who's putting their life, in front of everyone. So yeah, I love you all, and I can't wait to see you all in May. I will have a wonderful birthday. Thank you for all the wishes ahead of time, and I hope that y'all really learned something from all this, because I know I am. I had just watched some videos of myself when I was working at this mall last year, while I had my apartment and things. And I was just like, I was looking at that, and I was like, at that time, I think I said in the video, I had only amassed 700 followers at that time last year. And now I have 3,000 more people. Like, that's a lot. So, it's working. Keep going, y'all. Keep going. I'm out of here. What's up, Chat Test Game? Welcome back to